Kia ora, ngā mihi nui kia koutou, and welcome. My name is Phil Muir, and I'm the very proud principal of Northcote Intermediate School, and I'm going to take you through a little bit of information that may help you navigate your way around who we are, what we do, and the kind of good stuff that happens here. Normally, around this time of the year, we'd have a big presentation in the hall, and the hall will be full of parents, caregivers, guardians, staff, and students, and we put on a bit of a show. Just under the current circumstances, we thought it was wiser that we just put together a booklet and a small video to help answer some of the questions that you might have. A very warm welcome to any of our new parents joining us for the first time, and a welcome back to our returning parents and guardians and caregivers. We love what we do here at Northcote Intermediate School, and it's a privilege for us to be able to share what we do. So if you bear with me, I'll take you through a bit of a journey, a bit of a compressed journey about what you may need to know. I'm going to share my screen here, and I'll make this presentation available on our website, so that if you want to go back and watch it again, you certainly can. The booklets that accompanies this will also be available through our websites, and we'll send that out to students too. The information guide, this is what it looks like, and it's up to date, and we'll continue to keep that up to date. And that's got all sorts of information from A to Z about how we operate. And like I said, I'll make sure that's available to everybody. Who we are, well, there's our executive team. It's me on the left, Miss Angela Teague, our assistant principal next to me, Mr. Zane Cooper, and Mr. Joel King, our deputy principal. So that's our executive team, and we work together really well to make sure that our school is humming like it should be. Our board of trustees, who would normally be present at tonight's presentation, Kate Punturiero, she's our residing member, or our chairperson. We've got Sally, Kim, Katrina, Spencer, Guy, Zane, and myself. We are our board of trustees, and we oversee the governance side of Northcote Intermediate School. We've got 7 teams across the school, and 5 of those are teaching teams. Our administration team is led by Rangi Clarkson, who many of you will have met or spoken to, particularly through the enrolment process. In our teaching teams, we've got Kelly Singer, Malcolm McQueen, Andrew Kingston, Vaha Fapiano, and Elliot Thomas. They're our team leaders for our teaching teams, and they're most likely to be your first point of contact for team-based news and updates. We also have our specialist team and our learning support team, and their team leader is Mr. Zane Cooper. Just a little bit about us. We've been growing steadily over the last decade or so. We're now around 460 students. We're over that now. And it's great that we're not too big, but not too small. Our size is one of our strengths. It gives us lots of opportunities to create lots of opportunities, but also know our students and staff and parents really well. So we've got around 45 teaching and support staff, and we're a relatively diverse school for the North Shore. Our student support services is something we're really proud of. And at the same time, we've got lots of growth happening around the school physically, with our curriculum, with our achievements, with what we offer for students to be able to do extracurricularly. So there's lots happening with us, and we're constantly reviewing what we do and constantly improving the way we do things. We're a member of the Northcote Kahuiako, and as I mentioned before, our board of trustees, they're very supportive, proactive, and positive people to have, making sure that what we do is robust and taking us forward into the future. Our strategic plan is there. It's new for this year, for the next 3 years. That's available on the website for you to have a look at, and it underpins what we do, where we're going, and how we get there. And I won't talk much to that now, because I'd like to get into more operational things, but that is there for anybody to have a look at. And if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Our vision, which comes out of our charter, is to empower, to learn, and to grow together. And we've kept it relatively simple because we believe it's really important that we give people the strength to grow and the confidence to grow, and also to learn together. And the word together is because as a community, we're certainly growing physically in size and also in the way we do things. Our standards are constantly raising and the opportunities are always increasing too. First learners, you may have heard of this, you might have seen it around. That's the way we do things. We're always kind of underpinning what we do and how we think with our first mantra, and that's being future focused, inspired, resilient, and successful thinkers. And you can see the little bracelets there. We give those out to students as they achieve notable things. There's a gold one as well. So we've got lots of ways that we recognize students who are achieving or who are being resilient or being successful in their own way. So lots of ways to recognize students and the great things that they do. Lots of reasons why we're special. I believe we've got high expectations and very strong, clear, simple values. Our student achievement is constantly growing, and that's something we constantly want to increase. Behavior for the students around here, it's fantastic. We've got a really good way of managing it so that people learn if they do make a mistake, and a really good wraparound service if they need pastoral care or support. Huge range of sporting opportunities and cultural opportunities in a variety of learning environments with a very positive, supportive community. So there's lots of reasons why we're special. And this is another one. We've got lots of growth happening. As we speak, I can see down my driveway trucks carefully bringing in bits of building material to make one of these, which is a 2-story, 12 classroom block, which is now underway. Our new car park was completed last year, and we've just been constantly growing with classrooms being delivered regularly. But this is the next thing, which we're hoping to see completed later this year. As I said, it's 12 classrooms, 2 stories, and lots of learning is going to come out of that and go into that too. COVID-19, that's topical at the moment. This is a flowchart that's available to all parents. We sent out last week, also available through our websites. And really just to let you know that we do have clear plans to follow. We do take this very seriously, but at the same time, we want to keep learning happening as much as possible. One of the most important things about school is maintaining that social aspect of things and letting people know that it's okay and that there is support around you if you need it. So this flowchart's really good. I've had lots of positive feedback from parents already, should something happen, and we'll continue to update this as the current situation changes. And I'm sure we'll be through it in next to no time, but right now that's very topical. Any questions, any possible cases, or positive cases, just let me know straight away, and I'll talk you through what we need to do to make sure that everything works out as best as it can. That's our main value, respect. Respect for yourself, respect for others, respect for environment. It's really simple. Everybody can understand it, and it really works. So that's our big thing. And as students and staff walk down the driveway first thing in the morning, they walk past the poles that have these respect values emblazoned upon them. So that's out there for everybody to see, and we can constantly refer to these throughout the day, throughout the weeks, and throughout the year. Lots of great teaching and learning happening. If you're a follower of us on Facebook or Instagram, you'll see some snapshots of this. But look, I'm really pleased with what's happening in our classrooms, inside and outside too. Lots of cutting edge learning and teaching happening. And there's lots of opportunities across our curriculum to get involved, to extend yourself. And it's something that we want to keep on developing and working with people to find out what we need so that we can make a solution, so we can offer it and make sure those that need that opportunity get that opportunity. So I'm pleased with where we're at with our extension, with our opportunities, and it's the same with our wellbeing programs. We have been following a program called the Resilience Program, and later this year we'll be moving into the Mighty program from the Sir John Kirwan Foundations. So we've got lots happening in that space, and I think it's been really important over the last couple of years in particular to make sure that we place emphasis on looking after our people. So that's something I think we do really well. And we have had a long-standing relationship with Mike King and the I Am Hope Foundation too. And that continues, and they've been very supportive of us and vice versa too. Our learning support team. We've got our special education needs coordinator, that's Mr. Cooper. Got a learning support coordinator. And we've got guidance counsellor, social worker, teacher aides, student support services, and we have got 2 teams of RTLBs who are based on our sites, so they're easily accessible should we need it. So I believe we have a fantastic wraparound service for learning support. And there's a lot of students these days who need extra support, particularly after what we've gone through in the last couple of years. So please touch base with one of our team. Start with the SENCO or Learning Support Coordinator if you feel your child needs some more support, or yourself or your family. Okay, there's ways that we can help. Big range of specialist programs. Students love these. Teachers are great in those areas. We've got food and nutrition, which I quite like going to, music, construction, visual art, performing arts, science, and te reo Māori. So lots of extra programs which all of our students do. And for these specialist programs, we also have extension specialist programs too. So we've got lots going on in that space. And intermediate is a great time for people to grow, to find your passion, and to really start to hone into what kind of topics or subjects or way of learning is best for you. Lots of opportunities, whether it be performing arts, whether it be technology, whether it be creative. There's just a small spattering of photos. And here's another list of opportunities for students to grow as individuals, as part of groups, or as leaders. So there's lots of stuff there. I won't read through all that. Same with performing arts. We're very proud of what we do in the performing arts space with Kapa, Haka, our Awataha Soul Choir, instrument lessons galore, bands, rock bands, concert bands, Bandquest, ShowQuest, all manner of amazing opportunities in the performing arts space too. So we're pleased with what we do there, and we get great results too. Our sports program, Mr. Peters has completely got this under control. This term is going to be a little bit different with there being no zone days. Sports camp at this stage is still on, as are AIMS games, and lots of weekly competitions. So we do our best to continue to provide opportunities for students. If you've been here last week, we had our netball trials out on the court. We've had our basketball trials happening. So there's lots and lots of stuff starting to happen with sports too. So we're doing as much as we can in the way that's safe for everybody. Loads of opportunities for student leaders to grow with our head students, our student leaders, and our class captains. And that photo there is this year's student leader team. Last week they had their student leadership training, and they're a great bunch of role models. And it's a bit of a shame you couldn't have met some of them at this presentation, but it's just the way it is. I'm sure we'll get an opportunity further down the track for that to happen. Camp is later this term, week 10 of term 1. And at this stage, it's still all go. We're constantly monitoring that, but at this stage, we've been in touch with the camp. We were in touch with the camp last Friday. The conditions are safe and well managed. So at this point in time, Finlay Park Camp is still on, but we will let you know as soon as we can, should things change. We really want to keep learning, continuing as best as possible, but in a safe and well-managed environment. So it's all go at this stage. Lots more information to come your way very soon, such as this, but you'll get this in writing. If you wish to help, we have a fabulous group called Te Kahui Atawhai, and they do lots of good things, including seeking sponsorship, fundraising, helping fundraising, supporting our students, making connections, make a difference. So if you're looking for a little something to do to add to your resume of awesome things in life, there's Ange's email there. Touch base if you've got ideas, or if you've got connections, or if you've got energy, or even if you just want to come along and see what you can do to help. Once again, touch base with Ange. She's amazing, and she will get the group together and make some plans to do some awesome stuff. Safety is a big thing for us. We've got a very busy road out the front there with Lake Road, and it's just getting busier. Please, if you are picking up or dropping off your child's, you're very careful, very sensible. If you're dropping off in the morning, please drive to the front of the bay, or as close to the front as you can. We have buses that come in the morning, and after school, the turning bay is actually closed off to drivers between 3 and 3:20, because they've got about 7 buses that come in. So it's a busy place. Be careful, be sensible, be aware. If you need to pick up your child, it's really good to arrange to use the car park for Countdown, just 100 meters down the road. We have a cycle lane down this side of Lake Road, so you can't double park. You can pick up parks if you're there at the right time in the right place. But once again, just be careful, be sensible, and keep your eyes about you for students or parents or other vehicles that are doing crazy things. Okay, hygiene's a big thing at school, particularly at the moment. And once again, people are constantly looking at symptoms of sickness, particularly the COVID thing. So that's front and foremost with everything we do at the moment. So once again, keep an eye on that and let us know if you have any questions or concerns around safety. It's really important for us. A whole bunch of ways you can stay connected with the school, through our websites, through our Facebook or Instagram social media streams. We have a LinkedIn profile, our school newsletter, which goes out fortnightly, or between that, if there's an urgent message that needs to come out. And we also have our new school app for this year to replace last year's school app. When it's still in its early days, and I don't know if it's quite right yet, but please let us know if you are getting funny messages or if you're not receiving messages too. So there's a range of ways to stay connected with our school. Normally now we do team talks, so you'd go off with your teachers, your child's team leader and their teachers off to their space, and they talk you through how they do things over in their space. It ain't going to happen this time, but that's what we'd normally do. I just thought I'd throw that in there. And there we go. So we do believe that we're the school of choice for our community, and we can see lots of people constantly coming to enroll to check us out. So we're pleased with who we are. We're proud of what we do, and we're always open for communication if you do have any questions. So that's it from me for now. Reach out if you need some help, if you have any questions. Otherwise, look after yourselves, and we'll see you again. Ka kite.